Hello, this is Gerald van Was. When I have videos that are a bit too complicated, it's best that I will alternate this with videos that just show you results that are just nice to see, as if this is just like some kind of artwork that presents you letter combinations into a form. I had also, just like in the last video, one of these words I had done before, but I will show you some examples of words that with some slight difference can bring you a completely different meaning and also a slightly different form that is used as a reference to show you the underlying meanings and directions of your mind that bases itself upon an orientation upon these letters and letter combinations that apparently always seems to fit to the intended meanings. So we don't really pick out the letters when we choose a word, when we make a word very deliberately, but unconsciously we deal with things that remind us of this or remind us of that, and before we know it, it simply fits very well to how it also fits to the rules that I have set out, how letters are actually can be derived to certain positions in time and space. And I have some variations of a word. I have NASS, which is German, which means wet. I have NUSS, which is German, which is a nut. I have NESS. I have a NIS. I have NOS, which is Spanish for hours. And NOS you will of course know as well. And in the background there will be some theory that I will not talk about in this case, but I will pick out letters that are pinpointed in either space, time, or in getting everything back into an order that you didn't see immediately, or that you can fill in the gaps thanks to the last couple of letters. And here are the letters that are related with the words that I'm going to express. And of course we will start with N. N, in a way, it starts from a physical point or physical presence or whatever, and we take out something that we can use from there. Here we have Na, so I take out a position, a physical thing, something that I can sense physically as well, especially. The S will have, in general, it will take out the whole movement that I expressed here already in N and A. We'll do that again at the borders, and will emphasize even more with its effect that it produces, pushes this out once more. What is with the double S, so it will even increase that ability and will do that even more, will emphasize that even more, will have even more effect than that, so that the physical thing that is taken out will be experienced even more. It's almost like a drop which comes out, and this drop is focused upon almost double. It's almost like a double vibration with this S, that you really sense it. Oh yeah, this is what comes out. I sense it. The NASS, or wet, is that kind of feeling that you sense something physical that comes out. You sense the difference. It's that kind of difference, a physical difference. That's more or less an attempt to describe why N, A and double S fits to the reference point of choice of the word that has been chosen. In NUSS, it will be just one part of both be emphasized, because U is like an incompleteness, a choice of what is coming forward, which is taking form, which is shaping itself in N. It's a part that comes out. So now I have U with S, with a double S. I will have the part that I have and I don't have, and have the surroundings of it, so that I have more or less the sense of where I am focusing upon. With NUSS, there is something inside, two parts, one part that I can take out. I can take out one of the parts, that's the nut or the seed with two seeds in it. That's more or less the association of the orientation of the mind that goes onto the useful orientation points that describe what I have the intention to describe as well. Then I have NIS. The E will go inside. We'll say, okay, here I have something else. I have something separate, a separate environment. I can see it. It's there. And it is a NIS is also it's an insertion like in a wall where you have a separate hole in it where you can put something in. That's the NIS. Then I have NOS or hours, which wasn't immediately visible. It's also this taking out. The O is then this environment that comes from there. And then I have to go to the S. The S is not just in the environment, it's even further away from the environment. So it's in the large environment, it's in the largest frame that you can have. It's the frame which, in my theory, also says there are the generalizations. There you have, so you have three positions in space. It's your position. It's a position where you go to communicate. That's the position in the environment. That was the O. And the S is in the third position. It's in the position of, the full environment, the whole world, let's say. And when this S is circling around there, it actually pinpoints yourself to an area in which belongs also to the world. So NOS is ours, is taking out an object, something of an object that I can use at some point with O. In S, in what actually can be used by more people, in a general sense. That's why also here the reference points and the references of the letters orientate yourself to something we can use, we need to express what we are expressing here. And backed by the theory, you can have it here also that you say this O is about timing, and it's about the form of what is taking form and taking shape in a perfect moment, if you can see there. And the last category of letters, where the S is really the extended one, the last result of the last effect of all what is actually also the common good in a way. So that's what is really far away from my vision as well. And so things, I can't see everything there yet, what it all contains and who or what it all contains, but it's in the general and common sense where I have this end effect, that where the ends meet and where I can still use it or see it. So in that way also these reference points brings you to the right positions in the right balance of how you pinpoint a certain thing with a word with a kind of letter combination. I still have NESS. So also here I take out something. There's a certain time frame with S at the end. Also this frame quite far away that develops itself here over time in the in which I only watch over a certain time period, a certain time frame. I watch it, what it is. And well, again with this double S and the taking out, the A is forming in time, the N is being formed in time, and S is the effect that gives. I will have this fluctuation that peaks out, that slowly emerges because of the E. But these are the peaks and peak effects that come out as the word NESS. What we have left is NUS is almost like NOS, and NUS is the same word as NOS as well. So if I just have it slightly different as NEUS, as a part taking out that develops with also U, a part that is under development. There's some parts of underdevelopment, so I take these parts that are under development in the peaks that I take out. It can fit, if I want, it can fit to, just as a form already, because I can go deeper into that, to what the NOS is. And there's a much difference with NOS. Now O is actually, I go, if my face, if my head is the A, which means it's the physical foundation, the center. When I breach that center to the environment, how do I do that? If my nose peeks into the environment already, it sticks out, and it's this extension into the O, with where I can also extend myself in this space and the environmental space via my nostrils. It's that kind of extension towards towards the environment. That's my point of connection to the environment. It's a reference point. You can describe it differently as well, but the references of the letters are at the right position. Some other point I could describe them even different, and when I understand these positions well, but these positions, they are correct and they are used as a reference point. So here is the nose, once more, in the environment, taken out, taken out, taken in, taken out. I hope this brought you closer to what words mean. And even though some of the explanations can be better, some of the forms could be better, if I work them out another time, maybe I see the angle, some of the angles even better. But they are a very good starting point. I just play with it playfully, quickly, and just to show you, just I remind you that these positions are correct. My interpretations, that can be, I can still work on that a little bit. Maybe you can try this as well and see then already, okay, this is going into that direction. The basics are a foundation of positions, and within these positions something is formed, and we follow what it has been formed, and that is the basics of that theory. Books and subscription and website and Facebook, and bye.